Hiya, Zan here, hope you are doing well. So today we have a apartment build for 1010 Alto apartments in the Uptown of San Myshuno. So I've already kind of done the layout for this build and picked all the wallpapers and stuff because that usually takes a while, and I wanted to make sure I used that really nice wooden wallpaper from Island Living throughout, as well as some items from that pack. But really I just wanted a kind of clean, sort of neutral, just fancy, nice build for this lot. Before I've done like a share house type thing for this, which I uploaded to the gallery where there were like 5 or 6 bedrooms. But I wanted this to be more for just a family of Sims, really. So we're starting off here in the kitchen and dining room area. This kind of layout for this apartment, like the shape of it's kind of just a long rectangle and kind of weird, but I think if you walk through the front door of it and come into the right to the main sort of dining room area with the living room next to it, I think that works kind of well. And yeah, I was just wanting to keep neutral colors mostly, but then with some pops of brighter colors. So in this room there's like also yellows and oranges coming throughout it. I end up changing that middle section where that half wall is a little bit and add in a bar later on, just so it doesn't feel so disconnected, I guess, from the dining room area. Also, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a little couch in that right corner there with a half wall, and I had to delete that half wall to upload it to the gallery. So if you decide to use it, you might want to add that back in. It's kind of annoying that you still can't upload apartments as a whole properly to the gallery. Like, you've got to delete all the walls over the doors and upload it as one room, but I guess people are used to that by now. For the living room, which we are doing right here, I decided to use the fish coffee table because I thought it was a bit extra and would work well. It kind of annoys me though that it's not a perfect circle. It's kind of like lots of straight edges making one, but I guess that's okay. For the rug, I really liked that purple and blue one. We end up using that for the entranceway of the apartment, but I thought just a darker blue suited it a bit better. These curtains were driving me a little crazy. I like how they've got the bit in the middle so it looks like it all connects, but it just didn't end up looking quite right, so I think I switched them with some dine out curtains later on. This bit is a little pantry, which I thought would be kind of a cool idea, which has like a whole bunch of appliances, the dishwashers, the sink, just so like all this clutter is kind of out of the way, because I imagine the family here just wants kind of a very clean, perfect looking kitchen when they have guests over, and so have all like the clutter items tucked away. Only thing is, I think I forgot to put an actual sink in the main kitchen, which would be useful for just like washing hands and stuff, but you can always add that in if you decide to use this lot. But now we are moving over to the gym, and I think there's like 3 pieces of exercise equipment in here, and I had to include the sparring thing from Strangerville? I always get confused with the TV series, and I was about to say the TV series name. But yeah, I added that in, and it was like, I think the neighbors came over to visit the family in this, and the lady just went straight to the sparring thing and was doing some crazy ninja moves on it. I was like, okay, that's cool. In here, I was also trying to include the sink and somewhere to pour drinks and a refrigerator that I imagine would have water and things. And also a blue kind of exercise mat, one of those kind of foamy ones, just because that's what we have at my gym for like warming up and doing stretches and stuff. And I wasn't quite sure at first what to put on the walls, but then I was like, obviously I should put mirrors because that's often what you have at gyms. But yeah, I quite like how this gym turned out. In this corner here, it took me forever kind of trying to get those items all organized together so they would work, but in the end I think it all came together pretty well. One thing that does drive me crazy with both of these Alto apartments though is that the windows, it registers them as a different design, one that has the zigzags, so as the sunlight comes through, the shadow on the ground is the wrong design, and oh, it's so annoying. I'm pretty sure it wasn't like that when City Living first came out, but it's been a glitch that's been in the game for quite some time now I think, and I Google searched it and like a lot of other people have the same thing and were wanting it to be fixed, so I don't know, hopefully soon it will be fixed. But here we're just moving over to the main bedroom, and I decided to do a walk-in wardrobe for it, and it kind of ended up being for like a fashion designer I guess, because I have the little desk area here made with counters and a laptop, and I imagine them designing things or sorting out their wardrobe in that area. I don't know, I think this kind of turned into my dream wardrobe in a way. It wasn't meant to, but it kind of ended up like that. I made it a bit bigger here, but then realized it didn't match up with the windows, because you have windows around the whole outside of this apartment, so you have to make sure all the room walls aren't like cutting into them. But yeah, I used the stylus board here from the career and ended up pausing the game and have a sim come in and put some impressions on the board so it looks like it's being used. One thing with that board is I think the sims have to be inspired to actually use it, which really confused me when I first got it because the action was grayed out and I couldn't figure out how to use it. But yeah, I think they have to be inspired, so I usually just use the tablet there and have them like sketch impressions, and then they're able to use that board. For this apartment I also tried to use a lot of kind of different lights and lights on the wall. I think it kind of made it look a bit more fancy than just having the standard ceiling lights. But yeah, also I've got the vanity there, sorry, and also the, what's it called, like the step-on thing where you can style other sims as well. So yeah, I really like how this wardrobe came out. I guess it's not quite as neutral as I first thought everything in this apartment would be. It's kind of more purple as well as the master bedroom, but I still think it's really nice, and of course that can always easily be changed if it's not to your taste. Now I already put in all the bathrooms and laundry and pantry, and for this master bedroom here it has a bathroom connected, and I realized I actually put a mirror on that kind of wall as you first walk into the bathroom, and we've got kind of a tall half wall which hides the toilet around the corner, and I didn't quite think that putting that mirror as you first walk in, you can actually see sims on the toilet from either inside the bedroom or as you walk in. So it's not really ideal and you may want to remove that mirror, but that's okay. So most of the furniture in this I think was from like Vintage Glamour, is it? I always get confused what that pack's called. Is it Vintage Glamour? Get Famous, some Island Living things, and also the fitness pack has kind of some nice modern furniture items which I use quite a bit, I think. So yeah, here's just the master bedroom. Often I find items and then I'll go off and I'll be like, oh yeah, this is useful, and place them elsewhere than the room I'm actually styling at the time. But yeah, I've actually got my new computer now. I don't think I've mentioned that because I haven't done so many videos lately. I've got my new computer and it's really fast and running so much better than my last one. So looking forward to doing some more builds and more machinima type things since there's not really any lag anymore. Like my last computer wasn't too bad, but this one is just so much smoother, so I don't really have to cut things out as much, I don't think. But yeah, here we have the study, and I think we end up coming back to this actually. I don't really show much of it right at this moment, but I end up taking out that kind of video setup table because for my sim family I thought it would be better to have more of like a consultation type study since there are fashion designer and probably talking to clients in there. But yeah. Now I also have an upload on the gallery for the other Alto apartment, 1020, and it's more of like a brown kind of neutral upload, and I think it's one of the most downloaded apartments or items I have on the gallery. It's like over 25,000 downloads, which is really crazy, and I'm guessing part of the reason for that is it was probably one of the first uploaded apartments with the hashtag for that particular lot, like when City Living first came out. So as people download it, it probably kind of stays towards the top of most downloaded. But also I hope that people like the apartment as well, and that's why it has some of the more downloads. So if you're interested in that, you can also check it out, and I have a speed build for it, I think, but it's quite old, so I can't even remember what I said on it. It was a while ago, but I'll link it anyway. Here we have another bedroom, and it's also got its own bathroom, but smaller than the master bedroom one. And this one's kind of neutral colours too, but has bits of yellow coming through, like on the painting, and then the light. I think I put in like a keyboard and microphone that's gold in there as well. So I really like the colours of this room and how it turned out. Another thing about the windows, I'm sorry, I'm still not done with this rant. Like, the shadow comes through, and that's wrong, but also when you're just looking out the windows, they're blurred on the bits. Like, if you imagine them as being the wrong design, the zigzaggy window that it's showing as a shadow, those bits are blurred. So even though it should just be a see-through window, it's got all these blurry bits on it, and it's driving me crazy. Okay, actually I'll stop ranting about the windows now. Another glitch that was driving me crazy, which they actually fixed and I'm so happy about. I think it came out in one of the latest patch updates a few months ago. I can't talk. And it was the one when it was like if you had a multi-story apartment and you were on a high level looking down to a lower one, because it's like you really have an open area of some sort, like all the furniture and stuff is invisible and it's kind of glitching out. But luckily they have fixed that now, so I'm really excited to do some more multi-level apartment builds. And I know Island Living just came out recently, and I also have a build for that coming out, but I don't know, I just haven't been too inspired to build so much in that world yet. Like, eventually I want to do some of the over the water type builds, because like that world looks amazing. I think, as I say in the other video that I'll post soon, the gameplay, there's not so much of it, and that's kind of what everyone's been saying. Like, there's not really a whole lot of new gameplay, but in terms of how the world looks and the build and buy items, they're really great. But yeah, I'm really into the apartments still. I don't know, it just never gets old for me, so I want to do some more multi-level ones. And I was also doing a series on building Starlight Boulevard in Delso Valley, which I want to finish. But yeah, now that I have a much faster computer, I'm wondering if I should do a Let's Play again. I don't know, I'm still really gutted that I couldn't finish the top model one, because I was so into that and I really enjoyed doing it, but the whole 8-sim household and the big lots, it was just like crashing my computer in a nightmare. And I'm not sure if I can go back to an LP, which the last part was like over a year ago. Can I? I don't know, because I just really enjoyed that one. And also I'm not sure if my current setup is very good for recording gameplay for like 30 minutes. Like, there might be some interruptions and stuff, so I'm not quite sure yet, but perhaps in the future at some point. Here we're just moving on to the last bedroom, and this one, I think it's the only bedroom that doesn't have its own bathroom, but there's like a bathroom right next to it, which is there for anybody really. This I imagined is more of a guest bedroom, or perhaps for a butler, but I'm not as keen on butlers now in the game. I find they don't really clean so much. Like, there'll be dirty stuff around and they're just kind of dusting instead of actually cleaning. I don't know if that's just me, but I kind of gave up on them and decided just hiring the maid was better. Yeah, this study here with lots of yellow and blue, I really like how that turned out. So yes, I think we're just also doing the entranceway now, and we have like a hidden little laundry there, which has everything you need in it. And yeah, it's just kind of making this entrance kind of fancy with the 2 chandeliers and with a coat rack, umbrella stand, and somewhere to just, I always sometimes put like a little couch or footstool at the entrance because I imagine the Sims sitting down and putting their shoes on before they walk out. But yeah, so this is on the gallery. My ID is ModernMiss. If you perhaps want to play an Alto apartment, and if the windows aren't annoying you too much and you want to play here, then you can download this lot. And yeah, I'll have an island living build up soon, but until then, thank you for watching, and yeah, bye.